From the Midwest to Alaska, America is home to some of the largest bodies of freshwater on Earth, not just massive in size, but critical to transportation, agriculture, ecology, and the economy. So today, we're counting down the 10 biggest lakes in the US by surface area. Before we start, over 99% of you aren't subscribed, so it would help a lot if you subscribed. And support me on my Patreon, where all money goes directly to my university funds. Let's begin. At number 10, Lake Okeechobee, Florida. We start in southern Florida, where Lake Okeechobee stretches across the landscape like an inland sea. It has a surface area of 662 square miles, but an average depth of only about 9 feet. Despite its shallow depth, Okeechobee is larger than the entire city of Los Angeles. It plays a vital role in the Everglades ecosystem, agriculture, and Florida's water management system. It's not swimmable in most areas, it's surrounded by dikes and has poor visibility, but it's a key part of the state's environmental puzzle. At number 9, Lake Aahe in North and South Dakota. Lake Aahe is a massive reservoir on the Missouri River formed by the Aahe Dam. It has a surface area of 685 square miles and a length of 231 miles. Located in the Dakotas, this lake is long and narrow, more like a river with volume. It's a critical part of the Pick-Sloan Missouri Basin Program, which tames the Missouri River for power, flood control, and water supply. At number 8, Lake Sakakawa in North Dakota. Staying in North Dakota, Lake Sakakawa is another enormous Missouri River reservoir. It has a surface area of 741 square miles and is formed by the Garrison Dam. Its size makes it the second largest reservoir in the US by area. It's a major recreational destination in the Northern Plains and stores water for agriculture across multiple states. At number 7, Lake Champlain in New York, Vermont, and Quebec. Lake Champlain sits at the intersection of history, geography, and international borders. It has a surface area of 1,269 square miles and is located between New York and Vermont, with a portion extending into Canada. Historically, this lake was a key naval corridor during the American Revolution and War of 1812. Champlain is also important ecologically. It's a major source of drinking water and home to hundreds of fish species. It even has its own Loch Ness-style legend, a lake monster named Champ. If you're enjoying the video so far, please subscribe and support me on my Patreon, link in the description. At number 6, Beckarov Lake, Alaska. From the northeast, we now head to the remote southwestern Alaska for one of the least visited lakes on this list. It has a surface area of 1,165 square miles, but all of it is located within US territory. It's located in the Alaskan Peninsula, near the Katmai National Park, and is notable for pristine wilderness and being a critical salmon habitat. Beckarov Lake is entirely natural and largely untouched by development. It's part of a protected wildlife refuge and only accessible by bush plane or boat, which makes its size even more impressive. At number 5, Lake Ontario, shared with Canada. The smallest of the Great Lakes, Lake Ontario is still enormous by any global standard. The US surface area is around 3,000 square miles, and it borders New York and Ontario, Canada, and it has an outflow via the St. Lawrence River to the Atlantic Ocean. Lake Ontario is a vital part of the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway, enabling cargo ships to travel from the Midwest to the Atlantic. It also provides drinking water to over 9 million people. At number 4 is Lake Erie, shared with Canada. Lake Erie is the shallowest and southernmost of the Great Lakes. It has a surface area of 4,000 square miles and borders Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Michigan, and Ontario. It's known for nutrient runoff issues and dead zones in the summer. Lake Erie has been the most impacted by human activity, from industrial pollution to algae blooms, but restoration efforts in recent decades have made significant progress. It's also one of the most heavily trafficked for shipping and fishing. At number 3, Lake Michigan. Now we come to the only Great Lake entirely within the United States. With a surface area of 2,200 miles, borders Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and it's home to the major cities of Chicago and Milwaukee. Lake Michigan is a freshwater inland sea. Its shoreline is longer than the entire east coast of the US, and it's central to the economy and identity of the Midwest. The lake also supports enormous recreational industries, boating, beaches, and summer tourism, especially in western Michigan. At number 2, Lake Huron, shared with Canada. At number 2 is Lake Huron, a giant lake by surface area with a famously rugged shoreline. Its US surface area is 23,000 square miles. It's known for Georgian Bay, Manitoulin Island, and countless inlets. It also has a major shipping route, being part of the St. Mary's River, Lake Michigan, and Lake Erie corridor. Lake Huron is geographically unique, with the longest shoreline of any Great Lake, dotted with thousands of small islands and coves. It's also one of the clearest in the chain, thanks to its lower industrial load. At number 1, Lake Superior. Finally, the largest lake in the US and the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area is Lake Superior. Its US surface area is 31,700 square miles, and it borders Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Ontario. Its depth can be up to 1,300 feet. Superior contains 10% of the world's surface freshwater, and it's cold, deep, and often violent, with waves that can reach 30 feet in winter. It's also notorious for shipwrecks, including the famous Edmund Fitzgerald, which sank in 1975. Yet despite its power, Superior remains one of the cleanest and most pristine of the Great Lakes. So why does lake size matter? Because large lakes affect more than just maps. They impact weather systems, water supply, navigation, ecology, and politics, especially in the shared waters of the Great Lakes. The US is home to some of the largest and most diverse lakes on Earth, from Great Lakes that shape the nation's industry to Alaskan wilderness lakes untouched by roads. Together, they form the backbone of American freshwater infrastructure, and their future will shape how we live, farm, ship, and adapt to the changing climate. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and support me on my Patreon. Link in the description.